Hi guys, I'm Sophie Phelps and I'm here with my dad, Bill Phelps, who is also my mechanic. We just wrapped up the third moto of WMX and with that, the championship title. This is the bike that I just finished racing on a few hours ago, and my dad and mechanic is going to tell you all about it.
Hi everyone. So yeah, if you watched that last moto, you probably recognize that Sophie's out of energy. So she's turned it over to me. So let's run through her bike really quick so you have a good idea of what we have on it and maybe why we went with the KX. So first of all, this is a 2022 KX250. It's a 250F. They just call it a KX250 now. But she actually rode the 21 as well, and we actually tested it. She rode the KTM. I believe she rode the Honda Yamaha as well, and just really fell in love with the way that the Kawasaki handled. She loved how it revved out. It's a real strong motor in stock form, but yeah, that's really where what all started, was the power and the overall handling. For our build, though, let's just run through what we've done to this bike over maybe a stock bike. Starting with the engine, we actually had Pro Circuit build the top end, so it's a fast bike, and we were mainly concerned about that for the start. But the motor is amazing, Pro Circuit pipe and silencer as well. So we're a huge fan of Pro Circuit and what they've done to this bike. If you ride Kawasaki's, that's something you need to look into. The clutch has been a weak point for a Kawi. At least it was in 21. They actually fixed it in 22, and it's a far better setup. In fact, we run stock clutches in her practice bikes, but on the race bike we run Hinson. So it's a full Hinson basket, pressure plate, and plates, and it's an outstanding clutch kit. Then moving from the motor, we go right into the suspension. So the stock KYB suspension is really good stuff, and we had Factory Connection valve it for us, and they did an outstanding job. In fact, I'm going to sidestep with that. Her coach is Kyle Lewis with the Kyle Lewis MX Academy, and not only is he a great coach and mentor for her on the bike, but he watches what the bike is doing, and then he gives feedback in regards to, in fact, he'll come over and change the clickers for us. He actually contacts a Factory Connection and runs through valving specs that he wants them to try. And so he's outstanding. If you're looking to actually improve your skills and ability, Kyle Lewis is certainly one you want to look to. But the Factory Connection setup is amazing. Very compliant. If you watch her in this last race, the suspension looked fantastic. Okay, so moving on from suspension, we can go down to the wheels. In fact, before we hit that, let's focus on, we actually run a Pro Circuit starting device, bulletproof, but that's definitely a must whenever you're doing a a dirt start. The wheel, we run the impact wheels from Tusk. These things are solid. They are great wheels. In fact, I was amazed looking at it yesterday. I've had this wheel actually for a couple of years, and it's still true. It's a solid build. Same thing on the rear. We didn't mention the tires. We use run Dunlops, fantastic tires. We also run the Tusk heavy duty, the 2 mil heavy duty tubes. And the moving into maybe the drive portion, we also run the primary drive sprockets as well as their chain. In fact, I swapped out the chain last night just to be safe, but you can see this one had 7 hours on it, and I just wanted to make sure that we were covering all of our bases. But very inexpensive. It's made in Japan. Solid. I'm super impressed with primary drive. And a couple other things you can see. We've got the axle blocks that are from Tusk. We also run the Tusk brake lever. That's solid. You can see we got the foam in here. That's actually put out by Tusk as well. Gosh, Rocky Mountain produces a lot of great aftermarket parts, and we're big fans of them. We also run arc levers, and we have the little arc you can see here, the perches to give a little bit of slide just in case you do tip over. ODI grips, flex handlebars by Fast Company. We also run their foot pegs, which are amazing. So yeah, if you're looking for just a little bit, like, in fact, I was the first one that tried the flex bars in our family, and mainly for a bad wrist, and it made a huge difference. Sophie got on my bike one time and tried them and said, hey, I want to try a set myself, and she's never gone back. So fantastic, and they make an outstanding foot peg as well. Let's see, last couple of things we did on this. We actually run some Cherubies covers over the foot pegs just to keep the mud out in deep ruts. Sophie actually loves going through ruts, and you can see how she drags her swing arm actually. And when she does that, it packs underneath the foot pegs. It fills them full of dirt. And if you don't have those on, the foot peg jacks up, and it's, anyway, it can screw up your race. So that they make a nice all-around foot peg cover for us. Twin Air provides some screen that goes over the radiator louvers just to protect big chunks of mud from filling into the radiator. That makes a big difference. We actually also run a little bit higher pressure on the radiator cap just in case it's a mud race or the bike is running hot for some reason. Back to kind of the motor, we also have the Tusk engine hour counter. Polysport handles all the plastic from fenders to side plates to the radiator louvers. They do a fantastic job. In fact, even this stand down here is made by Polysport. So fantastic products. We also run their hand guards. Let's see, and then Attack Graphics handles all the graphics and the seat cover. This new gripper seat cover they have is absolutely amazing. And man, I think that's it. A couple other things you can probably see. This is her transponder for the race, and this is for her Lit Pro, so she can actually track her laps and see exactly what is going on. Anyway, pretty fun bike to build, and we'll set it aside now and save it for the next big race. But this is something that everyone that is watching can go out and actually build or do themselves if they're interested. Thanks for watching.